Ladies and gentlemen, the worst people.
This looks beautiful. Okay, you guys ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay. And action.
What makes a show about awful people so damn appealing?
I am surrounded by snakes and fucking morons!
Well, I hope it's not that it's relatable. Maybe it's because they get up to scenarios that are just unbelievable, things that you just won't even ever imagine you would do.
Dude, what's all that stuff you're grabbing?
Tools! Tools! Duct tape, zip ties, and gloves! I have to have my tools!
All I know is that I love these shows. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, to The White Lotus, to Succession, to Breaking Bad. Shows that only feature terrible people just are amazing. They can be funny, they can be brilliant, they can be horrible, but in the best ways. Sunny is a sitcom-style comedy that follows a bunch of characters that doesn't really follow a set storyline. Like, you can watch any episode and be completely caught up, practically. Meanwhile, Succession is a very involved show. You have to really be watching, and the story follows from episode to episode, season to season. But the major similarities are still there. Both follow horrible people that are super self-absorbed and put them through crazy scenarios. The scenarios in these shows are vastly different. In Succession, you have political and corporate ventures that are just likely out of reach to most humans. And then in Sunny, you have really insane scenarios that the characters put themselves in that you just never would imagine yourself in. There's one where Dennis and Dee get into crack. They go in for welfare, they get denied, and then their idea to get on welfare is to do crack and get addicted to crack. There's one episode where they become door-to-door salesmen of gasoline out of barrels of a van. You heard that right. Barrels in a van filled with gasoline. Would you buy them? There's this episode where they mock a TV show that renovates homes and they destroy a home and then have to give them the home that they inherited. It's not just the scenarios that they get into that are horrible, it's the people themselves. You have a vain, psychopathic, sexual deviant. You have a dirty, dumb man who lives in squalor. You have an old, rich man that without the statute of limitations would be buried alive. Then we have Succession, which is corporate, horrible people. You have a character that really only cares about himself. You have characters that really only care about themselves. You also have characters that really only care about themselves. You see what I'm saying? You think that they care about their family, and then they backstab and backstab and backstab. There are so many beloved examples of the worst people in media. Breaking Bad, for example, has the anti-hero, right? The protagonist is actually an antagonist, not from our perspective. I mean, let's face it, he sells meth. Everybody loves Jesse, but let's be real, he sells meth. I don't know, these people are not great people, right? Breaking Bad is a little less horrible people, more so just evil people. I mean, you have this guy, he's pretty evil. You got this guy, I mean, they're all evil. Evil doesn't correlate right to bad, but they're kind of the same. Breaking Bad is unlike most of the other shows that I'm talking about, where it's a really smart and involved show. It's very similar to Succession in that regard, where you kind of have to watch the whole thing to understand, well, the whole thing. There's a lot of characters and a lot of moving parts and a lot is going on. There's high stakes like in Succession where, you know, all these characters can go to jail or die at any moment. Breaking Bad does feature this good and evil battle where you have the DEA versus the drug kingpin. One is objectively good and the other is objectively bad. But when you actually watch the full show, you're kind of allowed to pick your own thought process on how exactly the spectrum is of good and evil, because it's not all black and white. The White Lotus. Everybody kinda sucks. I mean, we can say it. Everybody kinda sucks. Tanya sucks. She sucks. What do you want me to say? I mean, come on. You can't like this guy. I do think it's funny, though, that I like all the It's Always Sunny characters, and I kinda hate all the White Lotus characters. And I also hate that I love all the Succession characters. Huh. Kind of funny how that worked out. The White Lotus is a nice change of pace for this genre, as it really mixes the two, drama and comedy. We still have all the drama from all these different characters butting heads throughout the show, but it's funny. Succession is also a dramedy that mixes the drama and comedy, but it's a lot more involved, it's higher stakes. Like, honestly, some of the plot points kind of go over my head, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this show is made for people that know business things, like understand what stocks and S&P 500, I don't know, stuff. Meanwhile, anybody can sit down and watch White Lotus and just enjoy it. I mean, as long as you like dramedy stuff. The thing about the White Lotus is that it's kind of a show about nothing. I mean, obviously, you know, there's the murder mystery part, who's gonna die, right? Because they set that in motion episode 1. But, I mean, really, the show is about following these terrible people getting into terrible situations that aren't really even that crazy. You're just supposed to sit there and enjoy the banter and enjoy this white guy being a fool Karen about something that doesn't matter. Also, by the way, what's up with the Succession intro song? This shit's a banger. Rich. Yeah. Oh. White. Ooh, that's not good. People.
Hey, Gramps. Gramps. Ayo, Gramps. Ayo, Gramps. Yo. Yo. Fuck off.